Hello colleagues, in this video I'm going to show how to import data with multiple element columns. So what I mean here is data in this structure, multiple element columns. So this is a case, first scenario of hourly data with multiple columns. As you can see, we have a column here for dry bulb, a column here for wet bulb, and a column here for dew point. So don't look at the data. This is not right data. This is just for the exercise purpose. As you can see, values are the same here. This is just for the exercise purpose, but this is the column for a dry bulb, a wet bulb, and dew point. So the same I have also for daily data. This is a file for multiple element columns. So here I have the column for precipitation, element 5, maximum temperature, and minimum temperature. So how to import such type of data whereby elements are in different columns? This is what I'm going to show you. So make sure you close this file completely and then launch ClaimSoft to start the process. Log in with your username and password and make sure you are the administrator because this process is meant for ClaimSoft administrator. Go to the data transfer icon and then select the menu external data, then text files, and then come here to multiple element columns. Here click on the open file to select the file you want to import, and here we are going to start with the hourly data. So as you can see, this file is a CSV file delimited by comma. Open it and click on the view button to display your file in this dialog. As I told you, ClaimSoft can import any kind of text file. It can be comma delimited like this one. It can be a tab. It can be also other delimiters so long as you select here and specify. So here is our file. This is hourly data file. By default, the system apply the numbers automatically. So the system generates numbers for each and every column from 1 up to where the data ends. So we are going to rename this column by our headers. This is I'm going to show you shortly. And if we come here at start row, the system has assigned this to by default, but you can be able to change this if you want. But what this means is that this is where our data starts at this row, because the first one is generated by the system. Our data start here at the header. Our file start at the header, and then the data start at the second row. So this is row 1, row 2. So that means the system will pick from this row, which is the second row. So the system will pick from this row. It will not pick the headers. So if you check your data, your data has got decimals, and normally to import our data, we don't import our data with decimals. That's why this, you have to tick this remove scaling. So our data will be imported into a table called observation initial, and in this table there is no decimal. So the data imported in this decimal, you first remove the decimals. The decimal applied back when we want to import this data to the observation final table. So that means we're going to import. During the import process, the system will remove the decimals, which is okay. We have this field here for station ID. So this is field in case we don't have the column for station ID. Since we have our column for station ID, we leave it blank. So the next step now is to put our right headers on top of our data. So if you look at the right side, there is this space for column header settings. This is where we match our data with the right column headers. So like here, column 1, if you select column 1, you match with the corresponding field name is station ID. Column 2 is years. To look at the title, column 3 for day, no, rather for month, for month, yes. Column 4 is for day, DD. Column 5 for hour, HH. Column 6 is for dry bulb temperature. So dry bulb temperature, you scroll down. So there is this NA, so that means not applicable. So in case you want to jump the entire column, you put this one, NA. Like this one, that means the system will not transfer this column, so the system will jump this column. But we want this column to be taken. So this is dry bulb, which is element code 101. Dry bulb temperature 101, yes. Column 7 is wet bulb 102. Column 8 is what? Dew point. So this is dew point 103. So dry bulb temperature 101, wet bulb 102, dew point 103. So that's it. So you can scroll down. As you know, the system will display few rows of data, but during the importation, all the data in the file will be imported. So the next step is to save our headers, because our headers can be reused if you want to import a similar file with a similar structure. That means it is important and advisable to save the headers because they can be reused for another similar file. So this is our lead data for multiple columns. So we remove the extension and then here we say header. So by default, the system will put the extension of SCH, which means schema, in the same folder. So we save it. So that means in case you have another file, you will not need to define the headers. So to demonstrate this one, if I close this and start afresh, data transfer, external data text file, multiple element, select the file, hourly data, view, the rest are okay. So our data start at column 2. Our observation hour is 06. So this one, the system will not take this because this is hourly data. So because we have another column here, so the system will consider this one, the column which will be the column, the header which will be put here. So the next step now is to, instead of defining afresh our headers, so what we do, we'll just load our header. So just to apply it on the top of the file. This is our file containing headers. If you click on open, so it will just apply it on the top of the file. So as I said, since we have the column for hours, the system will not consider this one. It will rather use this one because this one is hourly data. Okay, so this is how it is. So we are ready to load our data. So in case there is any error, the message will appear somewhere here, and then we'll be able to see the progress message here showing how our data are being transferred. So that's it. So if we click on load, the system will start loading our data immediately. The system is this process is faster, but of course this will depend with the amount of data you are importing. So you need to give it a time to enable the system to process your data. Yeah, we are almost there, and it's not good to do other processes. The best way is to leave the system to perform the task. So that's it. So the system has done. So the next step is to view really if our data were imported into ClaimSoft. And to check this, what you do, you close completely this dialog and this one. Under administration main here, you select update observations. Remember our station. So our hourly station is from which station? 10, 10, 11, 0, 0. So remember we have three elements. We have dry bulb, wet bulb, and dew point. So let's start with dry bulb 101, and the year was 2017. 2017. If we view, yeah, so that means our data were imported successfully. If you remember, our values are now without decimals. So if we check the second parameter, it was 102 wet bulb. If you view, here it is. So if we check the third parameter, 103, and we click on the view, here it is. So that means our data, our hourly data were imported successfully. So my next scenario, I'm going to show you how to import now daily data. It's almost the same process, but let's see how it works. So close this completely. So under ClaimSoft still, you go to data transfer, external data, text files, multiple element. You select the file, your data file. So remember, first time I have loaded this one. Now I'm going to import the daily data. Open it, and then view to display your data in this dialog. So remember, your data is a CSV delimited ID CSV data, which is comma delimited. So that's why the system is able to open it without any problem. Remember that the system also can accept tab and other files so long as they are text files. So if you go down, start row number 2. This is our first row was generated by the system from number 1 up to where the data ends. The second is our data title. This is the first one, data title. The second one is where our data starts. So that means our data, the system will start from this row to import data. It will not import the title, but it will start to import data immediately. So since our data has got decimals, we are going to tick this remove scaling. So by default, this is ticked. But in case your data does not have decimals, you untick So this means that that our data will be, if we tick here, that means our data will be imported without decimals, and this is what we want exactly. Since we have the column for station ID here, we don't need to fill the ID here. In case you don't have the ID here, the column for ID, you can fill here the ID number. So by default, our data will be given this hour. This is daily data. Observed as 06. So in case your hour of observation of daily data is different for this, like 9, for countries like Mozambique and others, so you can be able to change this. But here, in my case here is 06, that means 06 GMT. Yeah, so that's it. So the next step now is to put our headers to match with our headers. This is this side here, column header settings. So you have to match, you select column 1, you give the corresponding header station ID. Column 2, yes. Column 3, month. Column 4, days. Column 5, this is where our data starts. Column 5 is precipitation. Column 6, which element is element 2? Element 2, maximum temperature. Column 7 is minimum temperature. Minimum temperature. So that's it. So we have matched successfully. As I told you, we need to save the header specs, because if we have the same structure of file, if we have this another file with the same structure, instead of defining the headers, we can just load the header on top. That's why it is good to click on the save header specs. And then here we say this is daily data. We give it a name, but this is the name for the header. So maybe give something like headers for you to remember. So the system will give it the type, will save it with the type SCH, which is mean a schema file. So you save it, it will be saved in the same folder. You save it. And let's assume we have another file. We close this one. Let's assume we are going to load another file. Click on the data, external data, text file, multiple element columns. Select the file you want to load. It's daily data, yes. Try to view. Start our data start at row 2. Our data, we want to remove the decimals. We have the station ID column, which is okay. Instead of matching the headers using this one, since we have saved it somewhere here, what we'll need is just to click on the load header specs button to put it on top. Select it for daily, put on top. As you can see now, it has replaced the existing numbers. So now here we are ready to import our data. Remember, our data will display only 25 rows, but during the importation, all our data will be imported, and in case there is any error, it will display it here. It will also display the progress bar message here. So that's it. So we are going to click on the load to start the importation process. And afterwards, we are going to check if our data were imported successfully. Remember, the station is this one, the year is this one, and so on. So this will help us to check. We'll check for precipitation, maximum and minimum temperature. So load. Yeah, so this is the progress bar I told you. So that means there is no error so far. And the importation has completed. So how to check this? Close this dialog, close this one, go to administration, update observations, put the ID for the station. Remember, this is daily data. It was station 10 306100, element 2. The year is 1991. Let's say 1991. So here what I mean, so I'm trying to select the the, the the file, the same file using now ClaimSoft. Here my file is this one. So they can see the file is, the station is this one, the year is this one, and so on. So this is the same thing I'm doing here. Don't save. So this is the same thing I'm doing here. So I've put the station ID, I've put my element code, and this is the year. And remember, my data sit in this table. Very important. My data sit in the observation initial table. Once I click on the view button, here is my data for the element 2. And as you can see, it was imported at this hour 06 without decimals. Very good. So if you check as well for the minimum temperature and you click on the view button, it will display the data. If you check again for precipitation and you view, it will display the values. So this is how to import data with multiple element column. Thank you so much and keep watching the rest of our videos. Take care.